Hey y'all, it's racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
And it's, hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it till the crowd can't take no more. Then hey, since the flag came down, be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hey, since the flag came down, be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
What's up, race fans? This is Randy Orton, Fan 2011. This is round 9 of the NNSCRA Mountain Dew Whiteout Bros vs. Host Series, and we're here at my home track of Auto Club Speedway for the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Challenge. We'll be racing here for 20 laps. As the season in the NNSCRA Mountain Dew Whiteout Bros vs. Host Series is starting to come to a close, we are pretty much in full swing here with 3 races remaining in the regular season before we get to that final race to determine who is the more dominant gender in racing. And again, with the points doubled, every position is very important when it comes to this race. Starting on the pole, we got Eric Burton. And he will be needing a lot of help from a lot of people because he is well behind in the Bros standings. He's actually second to last in the Bros standings. He could still actually have the Bros points lead after the end of the regular season. It is possible. It is possible for Eric Burton to be the Bros points leader after the end of the regular season, but it is going to be a very tall task for him to do that. Beside him is Catherine Young, and she could use a little bit of help to try and stay herself inside the top 10. Aaron Williams and Dylan Young, 2 good buddies, are in row 2. Aaron Williams is your current overall points leader, and we'll see if Aaron Williams can make something happen here in his home track. And now we take a look at the rest of the starting lineup. I was looking at the rest of your starting lineup. A couple of notable drivers I want to talk about here. We're trying to look for our host points leader. That is Kaylin Skipper, and she is over there. She's starting in the 16th position. And here's something very interesting, that if you haven't watched the previous race of the NNSCRA Mountain Dew Whiteout Bros. Host Series in round 8, Caitlin Skipper and Bianca Roberts, the drivers who were first and second in the host standings prior to round 8, got taken out in a lap 2 wreck, and that was what pretty much condensed the host standings at this point. So anywhere from Caitlin Skipper all the way down to 15th place Tammy Burton in the host standings, 15th place, could take over the host points lead after this race. Meanwhile, in the host standings, only Seth Cole and James McLeod can take over the Bros points lead away from Aaron Williams. And take a look where they are starting. Seth Cole, he'll be starting in 26th. James McLeod will be starting in 24th. So we're just about ready to get these engines fired up and get ready here in the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Challenge. Looks like the cars have been fired up. Here we go. We'll be racing here for 20 laps. We'll see if any of these cars have any problems prior to the start of the race. Let's hope that does not happen. Of course, that would be the worst case scenario, especially at this point in the season, to blow up or have something go wrong with your car right before the start of the race this late in the season. As the pace car will make the left turn to pit road. We're sold out here, 150,000 plus here at Auto Club. SoCal is ready to go racing. Green flag is out. Now it's a matter of which line everyone's going to take, and they're already wrecking. Just like that, the yellow flag is out. Holy shit, a lot of cars. A hell of a lot of cars took a hard hit. Oh, Charles Jackson's around. Charles Jackson's around. Trent Dunham's involved. Oh, James McLeod. James McLeod took a hard hit. Trying to figure out how many other cars. There goes Christopher Martin. Evan Gattuso is also in it. Yellow flag is already out just like that at this point in the race. And now they're racing back to the line, and it's going to be Eric Burton who beats the field to the start-finish line. Aaron Williams will be second, Catherine Young third, Jacob Lawler will move up to fourth, and Courtney Jackson, who's had a very terrible season in this NNSCRA Mountain Dew Whiteout Bros vs. Host Series, will be in the fifth position. Look at this. Christine Wynn, up in smoke. She's done for the day. Christopher Martin, up in smoke, done for the day. Dylan Young, who started in the fourth position. He's up in smoke. He's done for the day. There goes Kaylin Skipper. She got involved in this wreck. She might be going to the garage, and that might take away her hose points lead. Wendy Gattuso also up in smoke. Mary Cole's in the garage. Charles Jackson pretty much up there in the points. James McLeod third in the Bros point standings. A hell of a lot of cars got involved in multiple incidents. And look at this, 5 more cars, and Seth Cole's going to the garage. He might have gotten a piece of it. We're going to take a good look at all those incidents that happened during lap 1. Stay tuned. Well, it was only a matter of time before we saw yellow flag number 1 in this race. Watch what happens here with, I think that's Haley Hamilton and Jake Rogers. They get into each other. And then Haley Hamilton's going to get into Richard Johnson and Evan Gattuso. Hamilton's going to come up the racetrack again. Oh, wait, there might have been another incident that happened in front of them. Oh, yes, another incident happened in front of these guys. This is what put us under the yellow flag. It's Danielle Copeland taking out her good friend, Kaylin Skipper. And you see Lisa Wells going to get a piece of it. Bianca Roberts trying to get through it. Now, let's take a look at that other incident that happened towards the back. Not many cars got involved in the accident towards the back. Right here you see Jake Rogers. He's going to get turned around. Evan Gattuso is going to get into him. Now let's take a look at this incident that happened near the front, that happened around mid-pack again, because this is where the core of the incident happened, and there are a hell of a lot of cars that got involved. There was also another incident that happened around the Dylan Young area. We'll take a good look at that later. Right here you see Caitlin Skipper is going to get turned around. You see all of these other cars, and look at this. Right around here, Bianca Roberts going to try to squeeze between, just try to squeeze in the outside of Lisa Wells. She's going to get into Tony Blazer here, and then Tony Blazer going to get into Seth Cole, and there goes James McLeod in the process. Looks like Ben Paul also got spun out towards the back. We'll take one more analysis at this wreck right here. And then right around here, you're going to see Bianca Roberts, and there goes Liam Ervig. DeMarcus Brown's also going to get a piece of it. Oh, right there, Kaylin Skipper. Oh shit, Kaylin Skipper's going to get flipped by Christine Wynn. Now there was a third incident that happened around the Dylan Young area, and it happens around here. Let's see what happens. It looks like fellow Dylan, his friendly rival, Dylan Poteet's going to spin out Dylan Young, and then Aaron Bauman's going to get into the middle of it. And right here you see Callum Wales also going to get a piece of it. Callum Wales gets involved, and it looks like, I think Rhett Yates is spinning around. Amy Roma's going to get a nice chunk of that one. Oh, and what happened with Cassie Runyons and Charles Jackson? Oh, Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham's going to get into the left rear quarter panel of Cassie Runyons, and she's going to get into Charles Jackson right there. A hard hit by the 5 machine of Charles Jackson. At that point, you saw the pace car come out. Obviously, the pace car is invisible. But there were a bunch of other cars. As all these wrecks were happening, There were more incidents that happened around here. There were more incidents that happened around here. As those incidents were happening, we'll take a look at slow motion. Right there, you're going to see Tammy Burton and Red Bell. They're going to get into Aaron Bauman here. These are the cards that got out of it. Oh, Trent Dunham's going to take a hard hit. Let's take a look at this again. Let's take a look at what happened with Trent Dunham. Oh, Trent Dunham just had nowhere to go for that. Nowhere to go for that one machine. Trent Dunham just head on into Rhett Yates. There goes Christopher Martin. He's going to go into Aaron Bauman, his teammate. Look at Bianca Roberts trying to squeeze her way through that pack. All those cars. And now all these cars are stopped dead in the middle of between turn 1. And watch James McLeod. Watch James McLeod. Look at this. Hard hit. Head on. James McLeod just went head on into Charles Jackson right there. Wendy Gattuso is also going to get into James McLeod. Now I wonder what happened with Seth Cole, because he was going to the garage or something. I wonder what happened with him. Let's take a good look at this. Oh, Seth Cole. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm going too far. He took a hard hit right there. He took a hit right there, and then he's gonna take another hard hit. Oh, right there. That might have been put Seth Cole in the garage. He got into James McLeod, and he's spinning out. So second and third in the bro standings, Seth Cole and James McLeod, they are not going to be liking that one bit. I think about 10 cars got away from the wreckage or were in front of it. These three I knew were in front of it. Eric Burton, Aaron Williams, and Catherine Young. They were racing back to the line. It would be Eric Burton, followed by Aaron Williams, and then Catherine Young. So we're in the yellow flag for the first time this race, so a lot of cars could be taken out in this one incident, and it didn't even make it to turn 1. So we're in the yellow flag for the first time this race. We'll be back to green flag racing right after this. We're back. Pace cars giving us the 1 to go. Here comes the top 10 rundown. Eric Burton is your leader, followed by Aaron Williams, Catherine Young in 3rd, Jacob Lawler 4th, and Courtney Jackson rounds at the top 5. Violet Fox is in 6th, Dylan Poteet 7th, Marie Martinez 8th, Barney Ward in 9th, and Sue McKenzie rounds at the top 10. You see Mary Cole, she's on the inside line. She is a lap down. 8 cars of DNF from the race: Charles Jackson, Wendy Gattuso, James McLeod, Aaron Bauman, Christine Wynn, Christopher Martin, Dylan Young, and Caitlin Skipper. Most notably Caitlin Skipper, who was the host points leader heading into this race. She very likely could lose that host points lead. And who cares if we're starting single file? Jacob Lawler says, let's go to the inside right away. Green flag is back out in the air. The question is, will they make it to turn 1? Looks like they will for the moment. And my frame rate's getting low. Sorry about this, guys. It's Red Bell's scraping the wall. Red Bell's scraping the wall. She's going to lose a hell of a lot of positions. And now it's a battle for the lead between Eric Burton and Aaron Williams. It's going to be Aaron Williams with that inside advantage. He will take away the lead, or will he? No, Eric Burton leads that lap. So Eric Burton has led the first 7 laps of this race. But now Eric Burton's going to go to the inside. We see more cars going to the garage. Callum Wells and Sasha Johnson. And now Catherine Young taking away the second position from Eric Burton. Jacob Lawler now 4th. Marie Martinez trying to take away 4th from Jacob Lawler, who just moved into 5th moments ago. Now it looks like we might have a battle here looks like we might have a 5-car battle here, because as we can see, these cars are a bit faster, but who knows what could happen here. Anything can happen in NR 2003, as Aaron Williams has taken over the lead now, but now this could be a factor here. Sasha Johnson, she's a lap down. Callum Wells, he's a lap down. Will these lap down cars play a beneficial factor in this race? Oh, close call right there between Haley Hamilton and Sasha Johnson. Good God, that was a close call right there. get back over to the lead lap cars. It's now Eric Burton looking to take away the lead, as well as Jacob Lawler looking to take away the second position from Aaron Williams, the hometown hero. It's going to be Eric Burton coming off of turn 2 with the lead. There's Jacob Lawler in the inside of Aaron Williams looking for second, and now Catherine Young back in the mix as well. And Marie Martinez is going to bounce off the wall. She's going to lose positions. We're still green flag racing here for the moment, and to see all these cars, you see Trent Dunham, Seth Cole, Mary Cole, and DeMarcus Brown, they are well off the pace. Well off the pace are those guys, and they're not going to be happy with after this one. Now the hometown hero is starting to show some rust here. He's going to lose more positions. And now he's going to lose 4th to Violet Fox, and he could lose a spot in the top 5 from Sue McKenzie. But remember, we're still in the second half here, so we're only early in the second half. So this could be maybe Aaron Williams might find a way back out into the top 5. Eric Burton has now led most of these laps. I think he's led 10 of these. I think he's led 9 of the 11 laps so far. Now come through the backstretch, Eric Burton and Jacob Lawler, the two bros, my bad, and the two hoes of Catherine Young and Violet Fox. They are 3rd and 4th, and now it's Aaron Williams in 5th, and Sue McKenzie in 6th. Red Bell is now in 7th. Danielle Copeland's moved her way up to 8th. Maria Martinez has fallen to 9th, and Sophie Dillon is now in the 10th position as we come around with 8 to go now. Now Jacob Lawler, here we go. Jacob Lawler, he's looking for a lane on the inside, but he can't get the draft off of turn 2. Jacob Lawler, will he look for some momentum on that inside line as we close in on the late stages of this race? And tell you, Jacob Lawler, he's actually 4th in the bro standing, so a podium finish here for Jacob Lawler could be huge for him. Very likely could secure his spot in that top 10 after round 11, as we are in round 9. And now Jacob Lawler all over the back bumper of Eric Burton. And Jacob Lawler says he's not going to waste any more time. Going to go to the inside of Eric Burton. Going to try and go for the lead on the inside. Catherine Young also moves to the outside. See if she can get a draft off of Eric Burton, but that inside line is really working here. And now Sue McKenzie's going to go to the inside of Aaron Williams looking for the 5th position. We come around with 6 laps to go now. Well, Eric Burton, he really hung tough on that outside line off the turns 3 and 4, but Jacob Lawler still side by side with Eric Burton for the lead. Aaron Williams went high on the outside line. He's going to lose more positions. Going to lose even more spots to Danielle Copeland and Maria Martinez as Violet Fox just bounced off the outside wall. Jacob Lawler with the momentum off of turn 4, and it will be Jacob Lawler who will lead this lap, and maybe not. Oh, yes, he did. Jacob Lawler does lead a lap. And now the Aussie Sue McKenzie looking to go back on the inside as Aaron Williams and Violet Fox are off the wall. They're going to lose even more positions. And I'll tell you, Aaron Williams, he's got to find a way back to the. He's got to find his way back into the top 10 very soon. With less than 5 to go now, he's got to find his way back into the top 10 soon, or else he's not going to get many points. Now here comes a good question. DeMarcus Brown, he's a lap down car. Jacob Lawler and company are coming up fast. The question is, who will be held up? It's going to be Sue McKenzie to the inside of Jacob Lawler for the lead, and now Red Bell has a full head of steam on the inside line. And now it's DeMarcus Brown holding up a couple of drivers here. Could be a very deciding factor here in the closing stages of this race. Jacob Lawler has retaken the lead. 3 to go now this time by. Jacob Lawler still in firm control, but here comes Red Bell to the inside of Sue McKenzie for second. Daniel Copeland looking to the inside of Sue McKenzie for the third position. Now it's Lawler and Red Bell. Bro versus Ho, 1-2 at this point, and now Daniel Copeland going to try and make it 2-on-1 for the Hoes here. She has taken away the third position. We'll come around with 2 laps to go. Red Bell looking for the momentum on the inside line. Can't do it right now. 2 to go now. I'll tell you, for a couple of these drivers, they are not very happy with after all those incidents that have happened so far. Now Aaron Williams looking to get back into the top 10. He's not going to have a lot of time left. There's only 1.5 laps to go in this race. It's a 4-car battle. It's 3 Hoes versus 1 Bro. It's a 3-on-1, but Jacob Lawler had a lot of momentum off of turn 4. They'll come around and take the white flag. 1 lap to go. The yellow flag is not out, so we have been caution-free ever since lap 1. Question is, will Red Bell or Sue McKenzie make any moves as they come through turns 3 and 4? But Jacob Lawler awfully strong. And as they come through turns 3 and 4, it's going to be a clean slate for Jacob Lawler, and he will come around. He has come off of turn 4. He takes the checkered flag, and he will win here at Auto Club. A good job well done by Jacob Lawler. He will come around and take home the checkered flag. That's his first win of the season. And look at this. 5 Hoes, make that 6, 7, 8. Wow. 8 Hoes and 1 Bro. Jacob Lawler beats them all. A job well done by Jacob Lawler. He will take home the checkered flag, and Aaron Williams, the hometown hero, will end up 11th, just outside the top 10. Boy, he's not going to be happy after losing a hell of a lot of momentum on that outside line. But for Jacob Lawler, it's a good day for him. That's going to help him out in the Bro standings, and also considering that Aaron Williams finished outside the top 10, well, that could be very beneficial for him, Jacob Lawler, moving up and gaining a bit of momentum on Aaron Williams in the Bro standings. But for Seth Cole and James McLeod, they are not so lucky. James McLeod actually DNF'd from the race, and Seth Cole was well off the pace. So tough breaks for those guys as we get you to your official race results. There's a look at your official race results. Congratulations to Jacob Lawler. He wins the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Challenge. Red Bell and Sue McKenzie make up the podium. Catherine Young, Danielle Copeland finish 4th and 5th. Then it's Maria Martinez, Sophie Dillon, Courtney Jackson, Cassie Runyons, and Eric Burton. And look at that. 8 Hoes inside the top 10. 8 Hoes in 2nd through 9th. So good race here for the Hoes as Eric Burton is the 2nd Bro in 10th. Aaron Williams just outside the top 10 in 11th. Richard Johnson ends up 12th. Barney Ward 13th. Haley Hamilton in 14th. And Jake Rogers in 15th. Then it's Violet Fox, Lisa Well, Ben Paul, Bianca Roberts, and Liam Ervig. Go through the rest of the cars that finished the race on the lead lap. Tony Blazer, Evan Gattuso, Rhett Yates, Dylan Potey, Amy Roma, Tammy Burton, Trent Dunham, and Seth Cole. 4 cars ended up a lap down. Sasha Johnson, Callum Wells, DeMarcus Brown, and Mary Cole. And 8 cars of DNF from the race. Caitlin Skipper, Dylan Young, Christopher Martin, Christine Wynn, Aaron Bauman, James McLeod, Wendy Gattuso, and Charles Jackson. Before I forget, let's just make this official. There we go. Well, a crazy race here, and it all pretty much culminated in that very first incident right before these guys got into turn 1. So many cars got involved in all those incidents that happened in the very first lap, and really it just changed the landscape a hell of a lot, especially for drivers such as James McLeod and Seth Cole, who were 2nd and 3rd prior to this in the Bro standings prior to this race, and well, this is not going to help them out at all. But for drivers such as Jacob Lawler, who was 4th in the Bro standings, that could be a good sign for him of things to come as we close in on the final stages of the season in the NNSCRA Mountain Dew Whiteout Bros vs. Host Series. And at this point in the season, the Bros have now secured starting on the inside line in the final race, and that could be a difference maker on the in the final race, being starting on that inside line. So the Bros have won the series 6-3. So a job well done by the Bros working together, and they will end up starting on the inside line. The Hoes will have to settle for starting on the outside line in the final race. Alright, so we're done here at Auto Club. Make sure you stay tuned for more racing after this. I'm not sure where we're going here after this, but you get the picture. Of course, also stay tuned for the Las Vegas weekend in the PORWBC Pepsi Max Nationwide Series and PORWBC Pepsi Cup Series. Remember, you will hear co-commentary by a couple of my good friends as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Alright guys, that's it. This is Randy Orton Fan 2011, signing off. I'm out.